Hello, welcome to Friday Nights with Emma. We'll give everybody a minute to join. Got my Sauvignon Blanc because I've got to do some free motions. I'm going to need it. Yum, yum, yum. Also got some sneak peek for you. That's all this is. That's what this is. Just give a little thumbs up, little heart, let us know you're there. Mikey's on camera, as usual. That's what I'm going to be working on. Ooh. Oh, that is the other way. Okay.
Diamond.
Hi, Shirley.
Terry.
Hi, Terry.
Dawn.
Hi, Dawn.
Barbara.
Hi, Barbara.
Joanne and Mum Maureen.
Oh, hi, Joe. Hi, Mum Maureen.
You're Sarah.
Oh, hi, Sarah.
Leslie.
Hi, Leslie.
Christine.
Hi, Christine. Hope everybody's staying warm. Got my house gloves on.
Kate.
Hi, Kate.
Christine.
Hi, Christine.
Karen.
Hi, Karen.
Lorna.
Hi, Lorna.
Jackie.
Hi, Jackie.
Judy.
Hi, Judy.
Cheryl.
Hi, Cheryl.
Diane.
Hi, Diane.
Diana.
Oh, hi, Diana.
Anne.
Hi, Anne. Oh, I can't wait. Let me show you what I've got here.
Angela.
Hi, Angela. This is a layer cake. This is a layer cake, which is going to be...
Diamond says, are you still fighting putting the heating on? Angela. Angie.
It does come on.
John.
It's just off now. Oh, hi, John. It's off now.
Wendy.
Hi, Wendy.
From a very bitterly cold Northumberland.
Yes, we've got the micro fleece, the teddy bear duvet blankets going on tonight.
Jane.
So we're both going to have fluffy.
Tony.
Hi, Tony. So this lovely Riley Blake layer cake is going to be the next Quiltsborough quilt. It's going to be spring in Quiltsborough. The designs are still in my head, but I have ideas and I think they're going to look fabulous. Got some background coming as well.
Jane.
Oh, hi, Jane. I love these colours.
Teresa.
Hi, Teresa.
Marie.
They're going to look gorgeous. Lovely blues. And pale coral. So peachy colours.
Dawn says it's beautiful.
Yeah. You'll like this one, Dawn. Look at the blues. They're just nice.
Suze hopes that you're not too tired with all the long arm quilting.
Oh, no, I got one done today. So yours are going on tomorrow. And the COVID one will get started quilting over the weekend. And yeah.
Haley.
I want to get that. Hi, Haley.
Barbara.
Hi, Barbara. I'm on a mission to get them done.
The quilt has COVID?
No. It's going to have a COVID pattern on it. COVID quilting pattern.
What's a COVID
It's
quilting? You mean the actual...
design. Yeah, it's a COVID. It's a COVID. Because why not?
Well, why not?
Yeah, so keep going. So these are all going to be houses. Yeah, so as I get some done, I might post some sneak peeks of the applique and of the houses getting done.
Claudia.
Oh, hi, Claudia. So it's all that lovely.
Sue said made during lockdown.
Yeah. So it has to have COVID on it. Oh, and then it has this lovely, I don't know what sort of colour you'd call this. It's sort of a...
Tan.
Yeah, but it's more interesting than just a tan.
Tan is interesting.
Oh, yes, you.
Jackie says she's glad that I asked that. Didn't understand the answer.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so it's got that one and then this lovely green.
Joanne says taupe? Top? T-A-U-P-E?
Oh, taupe.
Taupe.
Taupe, yes.
Ah.
Yes. Almost. It's not quite as the minky. Yeah, I guess it is kind of a pale taupe. Yeah, it's more interesting than just tan.
It's tan. Diane.
Hi, Diane.
Anne.
Hi, Anne. And then always lovely. So that is going to
Toffee. Toffee. That's a better. Yeah, toffee.
Yeah, that is nice. It is nice.
Joanne says toffee. Yeah, toffee.
Maybe a biscuit.
Or maybe tan.
So that's that, which I'm going to be working on.
Lane says new iPads still keep losing the video.
Oh no.
Claudia
will be on YouTube after.
Yeah, Claudia says, "What is the fabric? What is the fabric for, please?"
This is going to be the next Quiltsborough quilt. It's going to be spring in Quiltsborough.
Lauren,
so all the houses are going to be of these and other applique motifs, which I won't spoil. You'll see when they start coming out.
Lorna says coffee.
Yes. Oh, that's perfect, actually. A nice milky coffee. That's the right colour. Yeah.
And Susan is watching.
Oh, getting
coffee is tan in color. Margaret.
Hi, Margaret.
Claudia.
Hi, Claudia. So what I thought I would show you tonight, and I think I've shown you this before. This is one of my works in progress.
It's the prisoner.
It is the prisoner.
Sandy is watching.
So this is wall hanging that I've been working on. I originally did this pattern. I demonstrated it for
Beverly is watching. Judith is watching.
Oh, hi Judith. Hi Beverly. For Sewing Quarter way back when. I do actually have the pattern for sale in the shop. It has all the templates in it to make all the shapes, to make lovely. It's all, well, it's not all applique. There is some piecing as well. So if you look at the background really carefully, the background is pieced. And it's really good for using up scraps. So the background is all pieced in different shades of cream. It's
a little bit hard on the camera, but...
Okay. Yeah, so you've got 5 different shades of cream in the background. Oh, and that one.
Christine,
and I've got a...
Christine says, good evening. This is her favorite time of the week, talking to all the lovely people who tune in.
Oh, nice. So, it's all bond-webbed on, and I've got all the stitching done, except for...
Joanne has kindly put the link.
Oh, thank you. Around the flowers. So I'm just doing some free motion sewing around the flowers to attach my flowers on. So this, all the dark, I've just sort of done in the last hour, just waiting.
Margaret says, love those flowers. And Lauren says, I remember the demo on Sewing Quarter.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's, I mean, I've got, I think these are the same colours I maybe used on Sewing Quarter. I think this might have been, was this a leftover one? Yeah, I think this might be, because I've got another one cut out with a red bike that I want to do for me as well. But I did this as a class when I had the shop, and I think I had 4 ladies come and do it, and every single one looked completely different. It was really, really lovely to see them all. So I thought I'd show you if you haven't done this before. So I've got, before I start, open toe embroidery foot on my sewing machine. My feed dogs are down, so I did my little switch in the back and put my feed dogs down. I've got Orifil thread top and bottom, and I think this is a Microtex needle, I'm pretty sure. The reason I'm saying all that is if you try this and it just jams and it doesn't work on your machine, don't give up, because I find the thread that you use and the needle that you use makes a huge difference.
Margaret asks, when you do the free motion embroidery, do you use a thicker thread? No,
I actually use, it's a finer thread. So this is the Orifil 50 weight, which I tend to use for piecing anyway. But what also works well, and I've got a bobbin of it here, So this is actually a polyester thread that I've got on this bobbin. This is top line or bottom line. I think this is bottom line. So it's a polyester thread and it's very fine, but it's also very slippy, which makes it really nice to use for free motion. So if you've ever tried free motion and you can't get it to work because your thread jams, try some bottom line or some top line. I think it's Superior thread that does that. I don't carry that one, but you can get it at Barn Yarns.
Christine says the bike on your quilt looks like the one she had when her son was a toddler.
Aww.
And he sat on the back in a little metal seat. Thank goodness the roads where she lives were very quiet.
I remember my nan used to have a seat on the back of her bike for me, a little metal seat. And then I had one for Kaylee when Kaylee was little too. Yeah, so all I've done is make sure I just want to position. There we go. Needle down. So all I've done is I've put my needle down and up to bring my bobbin thread up to the top, so I know where it is basically, so I can keep track of it. And then I just do my same trick of holding the threads as I start. And this one I like. I have used quite dark thread. I'm using navy. It may look black, but it's actually navy, which makes it not quite so harsh as black. Of course, the first one I'm doing is going to be a little bit tricky because it's not properly stuck down, but we'll make it work. Gonna make it work. Okay, so I'm going to stop there, and it isn't perfect. And I actually find that with it slightly imperfect, it actually looks better, but you do have to do 2 runs of it. So one line of stitching I don't find looks very nice, but when you do the second one around, it actually looks like it's supposed to be like that.
Karen asks, can you do free motion like this on your long run?
I need to practice a little bit more, I'll be honest, because I haven't had time to really spend doing it. But I find it easier to do this on the actual machine, on the my sewing machine, especially with small projects like this.
But theoretically, it's possible.
Oh yeah, definitely you can do it on the big one. It's just not something I have had the luxury of time to practice, but one day I will. So I would say always do 2 lines. So go do your first line, then go back on yourself. And then I brought all my threads to the front, but I will use my needle to put them to the back.
Christine said, in these days it would be the other way around, me on the sitting at the back of the bike.
There we go. Always put my needle down because when I stop, I want my needle to be down so that I don't lose my place in the stitching.
Diamond asks, I've noticed that RFL are promoting 80 weight thread for hand piecing recently.
Oh.
A gimmick to sell more thread. What do you think? I have always been happy with the 50 weight.
80 weight, I would say, is good for applique. I know a lot of people who do EPP use 80 weight. I find it a little bit on the fine side. So I would do something a little bit heavier, because especially for hand sewing, because you're going to have the wear on the eye of the needle, you're going to have to use shorter lengths. otherwise it's going to wear through the thread as you sew it. But it is good for applique, I will say that, because it's so fine, it sort of disappears. It's easier to make the stitches disappear when you're hand appliquing.
Dawn loves your gloves.
Oh, thanks.
And Sandy asks, do you have wadding and backing first?
Oh, no, this one is, it's just the top. So it's actually quite thick. Because this is all bond-webbed on and there's lots of layers, it's actually quite stiff. So I'm literally, it's like free motion embroidery more than quilting. Because once this is all done, then I am going to quilt over the whole top of it as well.
And Karen asks, what threads are you using for free motion?
I'm using Aurifil 50 weight. So this is not the colour I'm using, but this is the thread. So Aurifil 50 weight. Where does it say that? Oh yeah, 50 right there. And I really like their threads. That's what I use in the long arm machine, although I use the 40 weight. I use this for piecing. Free motion has never given me a problem. It's always worked just fine. Trying to think.
Linda says she has been using 80 weight on hand piecing project, but always use beeswax coating. Yeah,
beeswax would definitely help. That's the only thing, because I have tried it on the 80 weight and it is very fine. It will snap easily.
Tony asks, how much time would you recommend you would need to turn around a quilt on your long arm, trying to plan in advance?
Oh, at the moment, the thing that is holding me up more than anything is, because I've got a few to work through. So at the moment, I have got, let me think off the top of my head, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 waiting to be done. So that right now is the bottleneck, basically. Once it's on, it depends on the size of the quilt and the density of the quilting, how long it actually takes once it's actually on the frame. Once it's on the frame, I'd say within sort of 3 days, or if it's a very big quilt and it's very dense quilting, it will be done. But it's the getting it onto the frame that is taking, that's the bottleneck at the moment.
Christine says, I have just started cutting out the double wedding ring quilt for her niece.
Ooh.
I have tried free motion quilting on a sample quilt, and believe me, it's a nightmare. I've also tried hand quilting, and I don't think I would be able to finish in time for June.
Oh, okay. I've actually got a double wedding ring quilt of my own that I need to quilt, and I'm debating. I do have a pattern on the long arm, but I'm debating whether I want to try that or do hand quilting on it.
And Joanne suggests to Christine, why not finish for the first anniversary?
Oh, there's always that option. If they don't know that it's in existence, there is always that option. Go. I'll show you what I'm going to do with the threads. Where's my... Oh, there he is. My batty. So because this is just going to be quilted as well, I'm literally just going to put the threads to the back and not worry too much about tying them off, because I don't think they're going to come loose, and then you're going to have over stitching, the quilting over the top of it all as well, to keep everything in place. The stitching that I'm doing now is more of for definition, to add a bit of design and to keep the edges of the fabric down.
Tony says, thanks. Only just started, so not even halfway through yet. Golden anniversary present in September. Also a double ready wedding ring.
Oh. I do like a double wedding ring quilt. So you can see it's a bit messy on the back, but all the dark threads will be hidden by the layers that are on the top anyway. There we go. No, I won't do that. I'll put that in Batty so we know where it is. So it's coming along. And if you're not comfortable with doing free motion, most of the other stitching that I did was actually just a straight stitch. I don't think I even used a walking foot. I just did my normal foot, and I just sort of moved the quilt in circular motions to follow the lines. And the back itself is pretty much straight.
Except for the wheel.
Yeah, except for the wheel. All I did there was sort of follow the edge. Okay, I'll pull that out. All these little bits are the time-consuming parts, but it'd be nice to get this one done, actually.
Christine says to Joanne, the way I'm going, the quilt won't be ready for their 10th anniversary.
Oh dear.
But I suppose the quilt would be shortened into a table runner. Lorna asks, what pattern do you think you'll use to quilt it?
Oh, yes, I know. I will tell you. Same one that I did on the sewing street, the sewing quarter one rather, which was called In the Moment, which looks like it would be very busy, but it actually worked really well. And what I'll probably do is a pale sort of silvery thread which blends with everything.
Joanne says to Christine, what about a bed runner?
Oh, yeah. The pattern for this one itself actually doesn't say to stitch down all the individual pieces. You literally just stick everything on with Wonderweb, and then you quilt, just do a quilting design over the top of everything. But I kind of like the idea of having everything stitched down.
Diamond says, free motion is way outside my skill set in my head, but I can use a straight foot around Tilda Toy's tiny hands and feet.
You could totally use a straight foot around these. It might take... One thing I do like about free motion is that it's a little bit quicker to just zip around everything. But there's nothing to say you couldn't do a blanket stitch around the edge either with just a normal foot.
Holly says she loves this design.
Oh, thank you.
And Christine says, I was thinking of putting a heart shape for the quilting.
Oh, that'd be nice.
Karen says, oh yes, definitely stitch it down. Then if you need to wash it, the pieces won't come loose.
Yeah. Although I have to admit, when I quilted the one for sewing quarter, the quilting was dense enough that it just about hit every single piece of fabric. So it shouldn't have been too bad. Oh, this leaf's going to be a bit tricky. the little bits on this one. So maybe one day it'll be finished and it will be hanging. I'm thinking about hanging it on the wall where my star is. The what do you call it? Mariner's compass.
What? Instead of it?
Well, for a little bit.
No, I don't think that's a good idea.
I didn't think you liked that one.
It's grown on me. I don't like change.
Right, let's do this flower. Flower.
Joanne says, are you working your way through your WIPs?
I'm trying. There's quite a few to get through. This will be one less at least if I can get this done.
Karen says, aren't we all, Joanne? And Lorna says, your coat.
Yes.
And Barbara says, I need to finish mine, Emma.
Oh dear.
And Diamond asks, how many WIPs do I have?
Ha!
Several.
Grommet. Grommet.
Yes, and your... Yes. I have a lot to do. Work gets in the way.
It does.
All right, oops.
Oh no.
Christine says, Joanna Bed Runner is a fantastic idea. I would never have thought of doing that.
And then I'm going to start going the other way.
Sandy asks, do you have a lot of quilts on your walls?
We've only got...
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
Well, you took one down because of the fan. Well, I've got this one. We've got one on the landing. I've got 1, 2 in the dressing room.
Yeah. To be fair...
And then we had one in the bedroom.
To be fair, most of the quilts we have, we actually use.
Yeah, we do.
And there's Link.
And Link.
Claudia says, I refrain from mentioning the coat. And Joanne says, quilt on walls equals extra insulation.
Yep.
Well, everybody's just looking at Link, so...
Oh, well, he deserves to be looked at, yes. He's a good kid. So has anybody listened to the Haptic and Hue podcast yet? I'm on the 3rd series already. They're going quick.
Lorna says, Christine Stubbs and matching heart cushion, maybe.
Oh, yeah. Link, behave.
Tony says, look at Egg Money quilts on YouTube. Less cutting out and works up quicker than traditional DWR. Each block is 12.5 inches. Christine says, I was talking to a friend recently and asked her if she was enjoying her retirement. But she said she hated it and would rather be working. How crazy is that?
That is crazy.
And Joanne asked, what was the podcast again?
It's Haptic and Hue. And there's a website, hapticandhue.com, where I think you can listen to the podcasts there if you can't get them through an app.
Margaret says, I think Link is looking for his next bed. Diamond says, Haptic and Hue. I still have it at the top of her screen. Oh. Is it that good? I will definitely, if you recommend it.
It is really good. It's really interesting. The one that I just listened to was all about African fabric, wax fabric, and how it originated. And that was interesting. I think once I get this leaf done, I'm going to start putting some threads to the back. I'm quite chuffed with the progress there with this.
Christine says to Lorna, that is another great idea, something else I wouldn't have thought about. If I pull my finger out, I could possibly make the two items.
Nice. Oh, come on. Come up. There it is. Oh. There we go.
And Claudia says, I'll be finished in no time.
Actually, I think we did this class right at as sort of COVID was becoming a thing.
10 more days.
10 more days. Crazy days. There we go. Right, now to put some threads to the back. So you can see. Yeah, it's coming along. Actually, this is reminding me that I've got a Cath Hardcastle. Hardcastle? Is that right? Am I saying that right? Am I remembering right? Peacock to finish.
Joanne says, I read a book recently. sure it must be available as a podcast called The Blue by Nancy, I believe it's pronounced Biliou. It's about the color blue in porcelain.
Ooh.
Historical detective-y type book in the 18th century.
That sounds really good.
Diamond says seeing all those threads is making her queasy.
Oh, sorry.
Beverly says, while watching you, I'm making little bunny ear treat bags.
Oh,
A la Allison
cute.
and Marion. So quick and easy.
Cute.
Managed to transfer a pattern for the pieces onto my circuit so I don't have to do any cutting.
Cricket.
Oh, so what did I say?
Circuit.
Did I say? Oh, sorry. It is cricut. My brain just went to circuit.
Short circuit.
Tony asks, any other podcast recommendations? And Joanne says, also ring pillow using offcuts.
Oh, yeah.
I still treasure hers that her mum made her.
Aw. Well, my go-to podcast is This American Life, but they've been doing reruns lately. But they are interesting stories on the most part. And they've got a really big back catalogue, if you've never listened to them, of lots of just interesting stories, everyday stories. Let's see. Radio Lab is one of my other favourites. Presenters have changed a little bit now, so the back catalogue is a little bit better than the newer ones, but still interesting. All is sciencey. Trying to think what else do I subscribe to. I've been listening to the Darknet Diaries, which is on Spotify, which is interesting in its way. Definitely makes you more cautious with computer security in general.
Joanne says she started the Threads of Life.
Oh, that sounds interesting. I have to look that up. Seems like there was another one that I saw that was about fabric or something along those lines.
Sandy asks, how do I get podcasts on an iPad? It should just go to, there should be an icon.
Well, I think you have to have, if it's on an iPad, you have to have iTunes.
That should already be there.
Oh, okay. I don't have iTunes on my iPad.
Yeah, you.
Well, I probably do.
You do.
I can never.
No, not iTunes. It's
I listen to them either on Spotify or Podbean is my podcast app.
Here, I've got it on my iPad. I know what it is.
Just a minute. Hello, Link. Hello, my boy. There we go. There, I can show you now. Watch out, my boy. Watch out. Okay. I'll be Captain Kirk for a little bit. Oh, I can see your messages now. So, ooh. Tagline is history of the world through the eye of an... Oh, back... Okay, I'll have to look that one up. Thanks, Joanne. Yeah, Mikey's getting the iPad, his link. So he can show you how to do it.
There should just be an icon for podcasts.
Well, bring it over. And you can have a look.
No.
Oh, sorry. I'm reading your comments. So sorry if I've gone quiet. Oh, you done it? Oh, I was reading them.
Oh, sorry. We're okay.
I thought you were bringing your iPad. So
No,
you
no.
could
It was just an icon. There should be an icon on it.
It's not what I said.
Yes, I know it's not what you said, but this is what we're going to do, isn't it?
It's hard work. Such hard work.
It should be a purple icon that just says podcast, and then you search for whatever you want. Yeah, you and me both.
Right, which one's next?
Tony says the podcast is a blue tile that looks like a microphone with a circle around. Yes, that's it.
Oh, okay.
Mine is purple. It must be.
Well, what you call purple.
Yeah.
There we go. Come on. There we are.
Kath says the free motion really makes the flowers sing.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, it makes it, I think you'll be able to see them a lot better. These are pretty simple flower shapes. I mean, they're pretty sort of the shapes that you used to do as kids to draw flowers. So if you've never done it, I would say it's definitely worth doing either a little coaster or something, and just bond-wedding some flowers on and just having a go with the free motion. It's all practice. No, I'm by no means as good as Helen Newton as far as free motion goes, but I quite like the messy. There we go.
Christine says I have a Helen Newton cushion pattern like this to do.
Ooh, yes. Oh, I love her cushion patterns. Which one is it? What does it have on it? I've done the sheep and I've done a harbour. I'm going to do some more.
Joanne says not messy, organic.
Yeah, there we go.
And then our house must be the most organic house in the United Kingdom.
Talking of organic, did everybody watch Green Planet this week? Oh, I'm out of bobbin thread. It's not good. Why nay? I don't have any more dark. I'm gonna have to.
Christine says the bike like you're doing. Helen Newton.
Oh, yeah. She does have a bike like this. Oh, I'm gonna have to call that a night because I don't have any more dark bobbin thread. They're all light, and I don't want to do a light one and then have it show up through the front. So I'm gonna have to call that.
Rain delay.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to call that done for now. I can go and get some more navy upstairs.
Diamond says no Green Planet, too caught up in watercolor challenge.
Oh yeah, we haven't watched that. We did watch Pottery Throwdown. I did think the right person went this week, and the right person won. Oh, but yeah, if you haven't watched A Green Planet, definitely recommend it. This week's episode was Michael's favourite so far. It is all about underwater plants, and they had pictures of these waterfalls in Colombia, which were gorgeous. You have pink underwater plants. Blue Michael's Mind.
Yeah, it is stunning.
Isn't it, Mother?
It is stunning. Dawn says, looks fab. I should definitely make one.
Oh, yeah.
And Claudia said Helen Newton had to start somewhere.
That's true. That is true.
I think he's helping.
Yeah, so you doing good helps. Not really. But the thing I love about Helen Newton's cushions patterns is that they're so easy to look good. And even if they're messy, the lines are messy like this, do 2 lines, at least 2 lines. Trust me on that. If you do 1 line of stitching, it won't look, you won't like it. 2 lines is you really need. And don't worry, I wouldn't normally leave these loose like this, but it's going to be quilted over as well, so they will all be secured.
Terry says, Link doing a quality control check.
Mm-hmm. There we go. Yeah, so there it is for tonight. So you can see the difference between the ones which are done, which aren't done. And that is literally just done this evening. So when you sit down, have a good podcast, good book on tape, or good television program to have in the background. It wouldn't take long to get it done. So yeah. And then hopefully one day I should be able to show you it quilted as well. Yeah. So you'll have to also make sure you send me suggestions for what you want to see for next week. Yes. Next week we'll do one. The week afterwards, so 2 weeks from today, I think that's right, isn't it? 2 weeks from today will be first week of February.
Yes.
Oh, maybe it's 3 weeks from today. Anyway, one of them, we won't be doing a Friday night because me and Mikey are going away. It's Mikey's birthday. So that Friday we'll be travelling. So we won't be doing one. But I'll let you know the week before when that's happening. It'll be in February. But yeah, please let me know. Message me or let me know what you want to see. I know you guys really liked the hand quilting last week. So if there's anything in particular that you'd like me to demonstrate, let me know. Otherwise, there may be sneak peeks or progression on the Quiltsborough quilt next week.
Okay. Claudia says, are you going to do anything on the basket as well? Margaret says, one of Ruby next. Elaine says, house gloves. Joanne says, Friday the 28th of January, Friday the 4th.
Okay, so it's 3 weeks then. 3 weeks from today, because it's after the 4th.
And Christine says, how to finish a quilted coat. Tony says, don't forget the needle in your sleeve.
Oh, thank you.
And Christine says it would be lovely to see how you cut out a pattern for a quilt.
Oh, okay. I can do that. Yeah, actually, I was thinking about that tonight. So maybe, yeah, I'll show you. I'll do that. Because there is techniques to cutting, which I don't always get to show on Sewing Street because there isn't that much time. But I'll show you. Okay, I'll do cutting next week then, and how to measure and get in the accuracy and all of that then. Okay, cool. Finishing a quilted coat, really? I mean, come on. Burn. Well, thank you. Thanks for joining us. Hopefully you thought that was interesting. And next week we'll do some cutting out then.
A couple of the suggestions. Tony says quilting templates. Terry says how to hand tie quilts.
Oh, yeah. I did do a hand tying one actually. Yeah, but I can do another one of those for sure. It's really simple. But there's a little technique to it. But yeah, I'll show you. We can do both next week actually. Quilt tying and cutting.
Joanne says pajamas.
show you house mittens, actually.
Christine says, and yes, this is actually, I think, a better idea. Cutting out a Star Trek quilt. That is, I think that is really what the audience wants to see. I think it's what the people want.
I think the people want to see a new sink installed. We've got a new, this big boxes is a new sink, new cabinet for our upstairs bathroom. It's been sitting there for a few weeks now.
I'll get to it.
We could show Men at Work.
10 minutes work, 50 minutes swearing.
Yeah. Looking for the right tool.
Which I had to go buy another one because it went missing.
Yeah. Anyway, thank you all for joining us, and for the lovely comments, and have a good weekend.
Dawn says job tomorrow for me. No, Saturday's my day.
No, he can't do it without supervision.
Not without supervision.
He needs some adult supervision. So, okay. Thank you, and I will see you next week.
Good night, all.
Bye-bye.